Hello everybody. Alright, back with another AU video. Now lots changed since the last time you guys have seen it, so let's get straight into it so I can update. As you can see, the interior has got a cage in it. The cage was supplied from k.i.r Development and installed by EU Automotive. The cage is TIG welded in there. I still have the blue tape on the rear screen clearly because there's overspray everywhere and I need to paint the rest of the cabin black. So I'm just going to leave that till eventually I do that. As you can see, I've got a couple of bucket seats in here too. Still need to put some harnesses. This is on a sliding rail, that's a fixed rail. Still need to move that further back. Battery's been relocated in the back. I do have a T56 gearbox in there now as well, because clearly if you remember the old video or the last video, I blew third gear. So we've got that, a green handle on the handbrake lever. I got a push start arcade button for the start button clearly, and a couple of gauges, which is oil pressure and water temp. They're connected but they're not working, so it is what it is. Now let's go under the engine bay. That's where all the fun stuff is. So, well, the most things that I've replaced and changed. We've got a whole new setup, as you can see. Guess we'll start with the top. We've got a powder coated rocker cover with some AN fittings which go to the catch can clearly. The bottom of the catch can, there's a tap at the underneath the vehicle. This intake manifold is off the 3.9 litre Falcons that came out EA to ED, which is a low mount. Pretty straightforward, everything pretty much was plug and play. Just had to do a bit of a fitting on here for the fuel pressure reg. And the fuel pressure rig, I've also put a Haltech fuel pressure sensor. Everything else pretty much take off and replace with the AU stuff, and I just had to get a custom cable from Retro Spares. Clearly had to modify a few of the cooler pipes, but it is what it is. Got a vac port at the back here as well. That's the power for the battery relocation. What else do we have on this side? On the front here, I had to make a belt pulley system because we got clearly rid of the power steering. I now have a Astra pump in the back, which I'll show. And I had to make this bracket. So this bracket's actually made from a RB or an SR alternator bracket. So we just modified it, and we've got two idler pulleys off like a Falcon. So pretty straightforward. Works a treat. Haven't had any issues with it yet, which is amazing. And the car's been to 2 track days, and 1 track day and a lot of Mexico trips. It's now on a 6 boost manifold with a T51 mod Pulsar 3582. Still running the 60mm gate. There's the clutch master for the T56. Just a circuit breaker, and yeah, that's about it for the front here. Got a new drain pipe as well for the turbo drain. Air filter, which clearly goes through here. I am going to cut this and make that straight so it can look like one of these, just make it a bit more appealing. The exhaust is a 3.5 inch all the way straight through. It does have a second pipe, which I'll show you. The O2 sensor at the moment's got a bit of oil on it as the valve stem seals are leaking, but I have changed I have pulled valve springs and heavy duty valve springs and head studs in this motor as well, but it's still the same motor, so I haven't opened it, just done the valve springs and the head studs. As you can see, this is the mod we did for the water pump for the turbo, and that's the other one there. Besides that, that's all under the engine bay stuff. I'll show you the exhaust. As you can see, there's the wastegate dump, and the exhaust goes straight through. With the dump here, I do have a muffler on it at the moment, but as you can see, there's the straight pipe, which is just V-band, so I just take it off that V-band there and replace that back section, and it sounds a million times better. As for the power steering pump. I'll just show you guys. I've actually mounted it. I'm gonna have to mount this like this. Bear with me. Sorry. I need 2 hands. I've just mounted it here. So there's my electric pump, Astra pump, it's all plumbed in. Also got a 460 fuel pump in the tank as well. But yeah, nice little hidden spot. Can't tell nothing, it's out of the way. And I guess the next thing you guys want to do is probably hear what the car sounds like. So give me 1 sec. Close this tailgate. It is a bit quiet clearly because and it will be a bit smoky because we have got the muffler on there, but you'll get the point. It's also an E85 now as well, so that's a cold start. Like I said, it's just going to be a bit smoky because the valve stem seals leaking, as you can see, because the O2 sensors stuff, it's throwing out the tune a little bit. But start straight away on E85, no dramas. It does clear up after a little bit, so it's not like that all the time. And yeah, that's about it. So I will put a few clips of the car when it's got the other muffler on there, just so you can hear how loud it is. It actually sounds like a RB or a JZ, which is pretty sick, sometimes even a rotary. But as you can hear with the muffler on, the front turbo induction noises are just amazing. So yeah, that's it, that's the car. I will put in some other clips now of the actual car, the one of the dyno, the one track day. I'll do a few clips of that. I just had a bad positioning of the camera. And yeah, I guess you've seen this in the background too, so I'll just do a quick walk around of this. I bought this 33, which is also fully caged, to put my LS in it. But I'm not going to have time to finish this car because I am going back overseas. Seems to be the running thing with this channel, as I tease you guys with a bit of car content and then take off. So there's no motor in it at the moment. I have cut out the tubs, which I will show. So yeah, pretty straightforward, ready for an LS manual. I've got that spare LS that I had from my other S13, so it was just the perfect candidate to put it in. And yeah, that's about it. So I've got my rims on there off the S13. Nice car, but it's for sale. If anyone buys it, it goes. If it doesn't, then whenever if I do come back, I'll throw the LS in it. But yeah, in saying that, I'll add the other clips of whatever I have of this car. Like I said, it's got a T56 in it. Don't know if you can see. It's got a custom one-piece tail shaft and a 1350 yoke at the back for the diff to fit. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Sorry it's been a minute since I've posted, but you know, life gets ya. And here we are. So thank you for watching, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the clips.